Welcome to Realtree Global Hunting, the home of the best hunting videos from across the globe. Over the past few months, you've hopefully seen my epic driven hunt in the Czech Republic with Service UK. By kind invitation of our gracious host, Count Leonard Coloredo-Mansfeld. We've brought you the morning drive of day one. As well as the afternoon drive.
Two shots, really nice shots.
Okay, thank you very much. Now it's time to bring you the morning of day two. So, I've got a first selection of equipment open to me, but today there's really only one tool for the job. This is my Blaser R8 Professional in 300 Win Mag. Now, it sounds a bit big. The 300 Win Mag is just a 30 cal, and I'm shooting these 180 grain Hornady interlocks. Now we could be shooting some pretty big pigs today, certainly some red hinds, and there's nothing wrong with having a little bit of oomph behind you. Now we've hunted here in Diavari before. Some of the shocks can be reasonably long, maybe 150, 160 yards. So it's worth having something that's got a little bit of extra legs on it. Plus, Blaser R8 has this super fast cycling action, straight pull, straight out, massive area open at the top of the action, great cartridge ejection and fast reloading. So fingers crossed this is going to help us bag a few piggies today. We partake in the traditional opening ceremony and are welcomed once again by our gracious host. Then it's time to head out into the forest to take our positions. Everyone's silently praying for a busy high seat. My good friend Owen Beardsmore is jovial as always. I'm dropped off in a fairly dense section of forest and I find a small high seat up against a tree. I've got a pretty good view from here and can see a fair distance in every direction. Now it's just a matter of waiting for some action. Over to my right, a small group of fallow does dart into the thick stuff. But with only their backsides in my sight and the beaters nearby, I heed caution and let them pass. Then, some way ahead of me, I see movement. The group are making their way across the forest ahead of me. I fire, and the fallow doe goes down as the others continue on their way. She's down. Young fallow doe. One of the lead of the group. Once it came through here, I can't shoot that way because I can't see what's behind the other side of those trees. She came straight across, offered me a gap between two trees, and then took the shot. She's run about 30 yards and then just fallen straight over. 300 Win Mag is a big bullet for a fallow doe. Okay, now let's wait and see what else comes. Almost immediately there's a group of deer in the forest ahead of me. This time they're reds.
A nice young stag is leading his group of hinds across the forest. I get a hind in my sights and fire. With such dense forest all around me, it's not easy to get a good line of sight and even more difficult for the camera. But it's a good shot and the hind has gone down.
I wasn't expecting those. There's a group of red have just crossed in front of us. There's a half decent stag in there as well. Couldn't get a shot at him. He meandered across. Group of young hinds with him, or group of hinds with him. Took an older looking hind, slightly skinnier in the body. The trees are so thick here, it's really hard to get a shot. Took it. I think it's high in the shoulder, but she wobbled. The whole herd has gone over there, and as you can hear, there's plenty of shooting going on. So I'm pretty sure we've marked her now. All we need to do, make sure we tie a ribbon off, let the direction, let the beaters know the direction she's gone in, they'll go and pick her up. But I've lost her, I can't see where she's gone, but I know that she's hit hard.
We wait a little while and all seems peaceful. Then I can hear the sound of small feet trotting through the brush. I fire instinctively and the first is hit hard. The second is still charging through the brush. Another instinctive shot takes a second one down too. Those two pigs were steaming through the thick stuff, and due to their small size, they only offered a very small kill zone. But by never taking my eyes off them and the perfect handling of the Blaser, we managed to take them both. These are the perfect size boar to harvest. Even though they appear small now, they'll soon be fully grown and tearing through the crops and damaging the ground until they reach a pretty hefty size.
So that's incredible. We knew there were pigs coming. We could hear the dogs barking. They're still barking now, so there could be more coming. Saw the two pigs coming through. Literally had a split second, take the shot, reloaded, and then took the shot. Both of them are down. One 30 yards away, one at 40. We can hear the small coming now. That's a great thing about shooting this Blaser, it's so fast to reload. 300 Win Mag, doesn't take any prisoners. And the size 2.5 to 10, I've managed to crank it right the way down. Gives me a great field of view, very fast target acquisition, and as soon as you're on them, you know that you can put that Hornady 180 grain interlock straight in the right place.
As the drive comes to an end, I'm very eager to see just how well I've shot with this Blaser R8 Professional, so I head into the thick stuff to find my two boar.
So here we go, here's the first one I shot. As you can see, it's perfect behind the shoulder, absolute cracking shot. This one unfortunately is a young sow, but it's only a small one, so it's only the big sows that we're not allowed to shoot, the small ones we can. But as you can see, the entrance wound, perfect, fell on the spot, and look at all of this. It's a phenomenal wound, a cracking entry wound, a lot of blood splatter here, destroyed its lungs. So yeah, really pleased with the shot. This is obviously where I took the shot, or this is the end where the shot came through. There's a great blood trail here. You can see here. 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 And here we go. So we got here is another young sow, still in great shape. 12 yards, 12 metres from where I originally shot it. In great shape. Okay, so as you can see, that's its. There's a liver shot there, so a little bit further back than I like, probably about 6 inches further back. The great thing about pigs is the diaphragm comes right to the back of the rib cage, not like a deer that's packed further forward. So when you shoot a pig towards the back, you're still either going to get the liver or certainly get 2 lungs. So as you can see, the rib cage comes here, so that's still a one shot, one dead pig.
I'm so impressed with the shots on the boar from the Blaser that I'm keen to see the shots on the deer.
Okay, so here we have my my doe. Fallow doe's in great shape. And if you have a look here, the size of this entry wound, that's a pretty big hole. Now, she's about 120 yards now. Must have run no more than 10-20 yards herself before she went down here. But perfect place on the entry wound. An absolute cavernous exit wound. Massive trauma, massive wound channel. Didn't need a blood trail. This animal's gone straight down. Incredible. Great bullet performance from the Hornady InterLock 180 grain. So let's get this one back.
I collect together my fallen game and tag them for the beta to collect. However, my red hind was a little further away and there's a protocol I need to follow to help the beaters locate the fourth fallen animal.
So what we need to do now is get one of these ribbons and then just tie it to a tree to let the beaters and the dogman, when they come through, know where the deer had been disappeared, and then they can set the dogs on it. They can work out from any game they found what species it is, what location it is, where it was running when it was shot, and which chair it was shot from. So there's a pretty good chance they'll firstly find it, and secondly be able to realise it was me that shot it. So still a bit of cleaning up to do.
While I'm waiting to be collected, I decide to help out the beaters and dress out the game myself. And in doing so, I find some even more impressive news.
Here we go. I didn't even need to cut it off this time. This is the top of the heart, completely destroyed and well, totally detached, so which is probably why it is where it is. Now there's massive trauma in the front of this rib cage, but this is the bad boy we're looking for. Perfect heart shots right at the top, and that one's inch perfect once again.
I collect together my game and head for the road, where Owen is eager to find out what sort of morning I've had.
Right, Ian, smiling. You look like you've had a good time. What's happened then?
Well, there was quite a bit of action in there. There was something coming through all the way through the drive. I got this especially for you.
Oh, thanks, mate.
What do you think?
That's very romantic of you. No,
Yeah?
you can keep it.
Well, that's exactly how we need to be shooting these pigs.
Fantastic, yeah.
It was detached. Same with the fallow. This one's a little bit further back, liver shot, but still the stump was intact. It just goes to show, even on a pig, you can shoot them quite far back. The diaphragm comes right to the back of the rib cage. It's not like a deer where all the vitals are pushed forward.
Yeah.
So there's a big target on them. Both of them went straight down. This one went straight down where it lay. There's a lot of trauma in the front shoulder and in the front of the rib cage. This one, made about 8 or 9 yards. Massive blood trail, and didn't take as long to find them. So
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. Anyway,
So,
let me shake
good.
your hand. I'll leave it.
I meet up with my fellow hunters, and by the impressive number of sprigs in their hats, it appears they've had a successful morning all round. And it's been great fun too. To book your own hunting adventure of a lifetime, visit service-uk.co.uk. Subscribe to Team Wild TV for the best hunting, airgun, deer and bow hunting videos on YouTube.